think we've done well to survive so far. So I don't know how many torpedoes I've avoided, but more than two.
Knuckle formed.
Oh no 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 no! Dang it! Well, that sucks. My fault, but that sucks. Good morning. Welcome back to coldwaters.mod. I'm Captain Numpty, or David Steele, and we're going to try a variant of a scenario that has featured on the channel early in the week for the last few weeks. Last week was a Sturgeon class. I'm going to try something a little different this week, but this may end up being quite a long video. So go ahead and grab yourself a snack, open a can of something or a bottle and just get yourself a drink. Not an alcoholic beverage this time, but it's so tempting. And sit back and let's see what happens, because I'm going to try attacking a pretty comprehensive Soviet submarine fleet. And the scenario here is they're on the way to intercept the British task force, which itself is on the way to the to the Falkland Islands. It's 1 AM on the 6th of April, I believe it's a Thursday morning. And we're going to intercept them between the Faroe Islands and Iceland to the north. So pretty big expanse. It's likely to be deep water, so whatever boat I choose is going to be able to reach its test depth without running aground. The Russians will also have that advantage or disadvantage, but here's the thing. We're going to try a diesel-electric boat. So I'm up against 15 submarines, full disclosure today, and I'm adding another different leg to this. As I'm going to be in a diesel-electric, so are some of the Russians. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. It's possible that that I will get my backside handed to me, and there may be multiple goes at this. Right, let's go ahead and start. Okay, so Barbel-class is the logical starting place. Let's see, what else have we got? Skipjack, nuclear. No, nuclear. Ohio, tempting, but not this time. The Oberon. If it wasn't for the tigerfish, yes, but the tigerfish make this thing very difficult. Its sensors aren't particularly good either. Although passive sonar sensitivity is 36. What do we get with the Barbel? 44. Well, that's actually that's the towed array. The 32 is the non-towed array. Yeah, I may give the Oberon a chance. I mean, it could be a lot of fun, but also just not. Just not. It's nuclear, the Churchill's nuclear, the Trafalgar's nuclear, the Resolution is also nuclear. Coburn-class, that's a diesel electric, but that only has 8 torpedoes. So you don't have any reloads. I'm not going to sink 15 with 8 torpedoes unless I get very lucky and they shoot each other. Zartvis? That's got a towed array. The Swordfish class. Oh, there you go. It says it there. Okay. That's an interesting. I might give that a go at some point, but not today. I think I'm going to go back to the Barbel. Yep. And then service vessels. We don't want a surface ship here. Okay, well, I've got 3 diesel electrics that I can try this in, but we're going to go with the Barbel, so let's hit it. Yeah, the Bonefish. SS582. So what we'll also be doing is just mixing up the weapon load here. I probably don't need so many Mosses. Let's stick with 4 and give myself a couple more reloads here. Okay. Well, before I start, something else that may happen is, being terribly British, I don't wish to talk over the crew, so when they start speaking, I'm going to be quiet. Depending on what happens today, there could be a lot of crew speaking, so we're going to end up pausing the recording as well from time to time. Just so you're aware. Otherwise, this could be a 3-hour video. On the other hand, not wrong with that. Right, let's go.
On sonar, new contact bearing 3.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
It's got my towed array out.
Make depth 30 feet, dive I.
I'm going to head to the surface and just check there's no surface contacts. I don't think that there will be because of the...
Con sonar, new contact bearing 022. Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Because of the number of contacts. I don't know if the game engine
Con
can...
sonar, new contact bearing 009. Designated Sierra 3. Con sonar, new contact bearing 020. Designated Sierra 4. Con sonar, new contact bearing 032. Designated Sierra 5.
I don't know if the game engine can cope with so many contacts, more than 15, so I don't think there'll be any surface contacts, but
Con
just...
sonar, new contact bearing 005. Designated Sierra 6.
But just in case. Okay. I'm sweeping through these contacts may be. There aren't any SSGNs, so it's not one of those. Let's see, what is this? It's another Juliet. Okay.
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as submerged submarine.
But we don't have
Upscope.
we don't have as many contacts as I was expecting, but it does make sense because, like I say, I don't think the game engine can cope with so many.
Downscope.
Okay, so I'm guessing that most of these are above the layer, and that's the other reason why we may not be detecting so many boats, because...
Con sonar, new contact bearing 010. Designated Sierra 7.
because I think...
Con sonar, new contact bearing 348. Designated Sierra 8.
Yeah, so some of these bad guys are above the layer.
Con sonar, Sierra.
Con, dive at 30 feet, dive I.
The Juliet, okay. Alright. That might be a Mike. Mike's a bad news. Now, just the submarine class Mike, not Michael or Mike. Mike's as a person. I'm sure they're there.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 013. Designated Sierra 9.
I think that might be a Mike. I'll leave that one for now. Okay, so most of these contacts that we're detecting are either older boats, or they are above the grade, and some of them are both. I think what I want to do is get myself down to depth.
Make depth 984 feet, dive I.
And my intention here is, when I'm able to, I'm going to create utter havoc with the enemy. I'm going to launch a number of torpedoes. They're going to go active ideally after 3,000 yards, so that I can escape and they won't come back and bite me, and the Russians are going to be like, what does happen here? I kind of want to be already turning away, but yeah, I'm going to do that because they're going to detect me once they go active.
Come right to 090. Helm I.
Don't need the sensor to tell me that, although this Juliet wouldn't sense me. It's this November, yeah, that wouldn't sense me either. Okay, let's see if we can pick up what number 8 is. Sierra 8. Don't know that it matches.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 0 1 2. Contact faded.
I don't know that it matches what this thing is, but by turning my flank to them, we get the towed array to get its best aspect ratio to them, so we should pick up the sound that little bit better. What is this? I think my cursor's hidden from the recording, but those sound lines don't appear to exactly match, but maybe they do. I don't know what else there is that might be similar. And we normally pick up alphas because they're kind of noisy, but no, I mean Mike's sort of, I think 3 of those lines match. Maybe it might just go with my gut, which is to say it's a Mike. Mikes can be quite aggressive either way. It's got to be a Mike, because I know what classes I've included.
Con sonar Sierra 8 is classified as submerged submarine.
Okay, well, this boat is a very slow turner when it's moving slowly. It's not a nimble boat at 3 knots. Now, at 20 knots, it is nicely nimble. Okay, let's see who or what can hear me, or could hear me. So, they're not, well, now the enemy is moving quickly, so I've set their speed. This is a bit of a polish for me, but I've set their speed. They're aiming to do 20 knots. Now, they may not be doing 20 knots, but the reason why is because they're rushing to intercept the task force. They're not going to hang around. They want to get there. They want to sink the Brits as soon as they can. So, okay. I think we're in a good enough position. Now let's just check depths. Okay, we got some that are shallow. Sierra 6 is kind of shallow. Looks like she may be at periscope depth. And Sierra 5 is also shallow. That's definitely...
Con, helm, steady course.
I can see Sierra 5. Yeah, that's also shallow. Okay. But most of them are deep. Okay. Well, let's get the torpedoes rigged for the submarine profile. So, what that means is that will typically put it at the... just under a thermal layer. There's a chance of detecting stuff above the thermal layer, and also detecting it below. They're coming right at me. I'm attempting just to get right in the middle of them, and there's a bunch more that I just can't detect right now. A lot more. Well, there's at least... we've detected 9. Can't detect Sierra 9 right now. There's another 6 somewhere out there. I can pretty much guarantee that when I start lobbing torpedoes at them, they're going to detect me, or I'm going to detect them. But then I'm also going to have to make like a tree and get out of here.
Con, dive at 984 feet, dive high.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording. I'm going to keep moving east. We're going to see what happens if they end up getting behind me. I may loop round north and see if I can get behind them. Attacking them from their rear gives me a big advantage. Or failing that, just get stuck in right of the middle of them, and then what will happen is when I start firing torpedoes, it's going to be very busy for a few minutes. I may not be able to narrate that much as torpedoes keep changing targets, keep seeking each other. So that's tempting. That would make a better video, maybe. Would I really do that in real life? I don't know that I would. On the other hand, I don't think I can get out of their way, so maybe they're just going to steamroller me, and perhaps that's a better idea. You know, I suspect they're going to... well, what? I was planning on pausing, but not right now. She's slowed right down. Course 201, so she's actually heading more west now. Okay, so maybe they've...
Con sonar new contact bearing 3 5, 4, designated Sierra 1, 0.
Maybe they ended up, they were turning south
Come
just to
left to 0,
check.
4, 5. Helm I.
Just to check baffles. I'm going to go good clear audio signature on Sierra 10, and it looks like it's a Victor 2. Oh, maybe not. No, it's a Victor 1.
Con sonar, Sierra 1, 0 is classified as submerged submarine.
Still pushing along at 19 knots. This Juliet's gone back up to her cruising speed. This Sierra 1. I wonder what the view is here. Let's see. What can we see? Nothing else. That's a shame. Okay. Though there are plenty of other boats around. We're just not seeing them. If we can get them all close to each other, there could be a lot of fun to be had. Grief. I mean, would the Russians really have sent 15 boats to take on the task force? Not possibly. Okay, let me go ahead and pause the recording, and I'm going to run out northeast for a little bit and make sure that we don't get picked. Well, hopefully we don't get picked up by anything, and see what happens.
Con,
So
helm, steady course.
I'll be back. I really feel like I should be whispering at this point. They're pretty much coming right at me. I guess if they're doing close to 20 knots, there's really not much I can do to get out of the way, because my top speed is also 20 knots. So, other than Sierra 8 doing something weird and tracking northeast, can't hear me. I don't think anything is getting even close to hearing me right now.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 3, 4, 0, designated Sierra 1, 2.
We're going to be right in the thick of these boys when everything kicks off, and believe me, everything is most certainly going to kick off. Right now, I just you imagine how much the crew will be perspiring.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con sonar, Sierra 1, 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
And I got my first alpha. Wonder if Sierra 9 is something like a Kilo or a Tango class. A really quiet diesel electric boat. Okay.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 3, 5, 0, designated Sierra 1, 3.
It's another mic. Yeah, I'm wondering whether I should have limited the mics to one.
Sonar, Sierra 1, 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Because they only built one. Well, I suppose to be fair, that we know of. I mean, clearly they built 2. This is my job to sink those. Gonna run out of torpedoes. I need a bigger boat. Now, can any of these submarines see each other? Oh, this Victor 2 is he's pretty deep too. I can't see myself. Can't see him. Okay, well that's fair enough. Yeah, we are very close. A 1,000 yards from this Victor 2.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 9, bearing 3, 4, 8.
Okay, what is this? Is that a Zulu?
Con sonar, Sierra 9 is classified as submerged submarine.
I know nothing about the Zulu. Let me see. Okay, looks like it's an old boat. Set 65 threes. Okay. Let me see. Project 61. Okay. So, wow, it's surprisingly quiet. I guess we don't know how fast it's going, but it won't be doing 16 knots, surely. I mean, maybe it is. And where are these 2 mics going? Oi, Mikey, you're getting the wrong bloody way. Probably shouldn't say that. I don't want anyone to laugh, and it's not funny unless your name's Mikey and you get lost all the time, and that's probably not the case, but hey, there we go. So we've detected 13. Good grief, Sierra 13. He's at the same depth as me, give or take. He can. No, he's not. Oh, he's deep. Oh, what? Did you ground yourself, Sunshine? 14 knots. He's slowing right down. No, maybe he did. I don't know. That would explain why he's hard to detect. Okay, I'm gonna. He may have just sunk himself, but I can't get down to that depth with my torpedoes. So, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and accelerate time, and yeah, let's see what happens.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 293, designated Sierra 14.
Okay, what is Sierra 14? That is a Foxtrot, I believe.
Con sonar, Sierra 14 is classified as submerged submarine.
It's pretty modern. Is it modern? No, it's not. It's kind of old. It is quiet though. Okay, yeah. In fact, it says it's pretty obsolete, but it might be obsolete. But I didn't detect it till quite late. Okay, let's see. Sierra 13 has come off the bottom. It looks like. I think the depth of my Mark 48 is 2,400 feet. Let me double check that. So we can check your own weapons and your own, well, every weapon. Everything in red has some information on it. So in the little ID book, click on the rightmost submarine. That's your vessel. Tells me a bit about my own vessel. So 800 feet is my max depth. Oh, I'm at 1,000 feet. Oops. Okay, well I didn't implode. Mark 48's mod 4, let's see. So click on the link, depth 26-24 feet. So he's got a 200 feet window that he can escape. Yeah, I can see him now. Let's see, did he hit the bottom? Did he damage himself? No, I guess not. Okay, but he's deep. 2,600 feet, so I can't engage him. And there's a shadow of other submarines. Yeah, I can't engage him. He's deep enough. But okay. It looks like this one's pretty. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. I mean, that's just such an epic shot. I don't think they know where I am, but here's a Zulu. Let's take a look at the Zulu class. Deep is he? 700 feet, give or take. Okay. And he can go 1,000 feet, so he's not at his test depth. So we're still missing one. We still don't know where Sierra 15 is. We're about to cause havoc, because I've got a track on almost all of them. I do now, because Sierra 14 I've not quite got a track on. Yes, I do now. Okay, let's see. No, there we go. He's cavitating, maybe. Okay, there's a whole bunch of boats. He's doing 16 knots, so he's pretty much at flank speed. Where is number 15? And do I really want to engage Sierra 8 head on? So here's the plan. I'm going to fire 6 torpedoes as quickly as I can, and I'm going to reload a Moss or 2 equally quickly as I can. Meanwhile, so I'm going to fire, I'm going to get myself up to flank speed, and I'm going to make like a tree and get out of here. I'm going to get some counterfire. I know I'm going to get counterfire. I'm okay with counterfire. Well, I say I'm okay.
Come left to 270. Helm I.
I gotta basically evade their counterfire, and I want to keep throwing off these torpedoes as quickly as I can, so that they end up hitting each other. I may reduce my depth to 700 feet, 600 feet, give or take, because I have exceeded my test depth right now. It's going to be, this is about to get fun. Let's go ahead and do this. It's a 1,000-yard scale on the first circle, and I'm just going to go for it. Oh yeah, I also want to cause as much mayhem as possible. So to do that, I'm going to make my torpedoes active. So this one's pretty much going to go active immediately. Okay, is everyone ready for this? Because this is about to get real.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
It's
Con
active.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 4.
Hello.
Fire control, we've lost the wire.
Con sonar, Sierra 4
That one
is
I want to
cavitating.
reload a Moss. That one I want to reload a Moss. Okay, this one. I'll fire this one.
Shoot 2-3.
Get myself up to flank speed.
Make
Start
turns
to turn
for
south.
18 knots.
And
Maneuvering aye.
you, I'm going to fire you over here.
Con fire control, we've lost
Yeah,
the wire.
that's fine. You, I'm going to fire you over here.
Con fire control,
Also
we've
fine.
lost the wire.
And you, I'm going to
Con
fire.
sonar, lost contact. Sierra
Over here.
1, last bearing 240. Contact fade. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 8.
Right. That has created a interesting.
6, 5, 6 feet, dive aye.
Yeah, it's very interesting now. Okay. So as a whole.
Fire control.
Con sonar, lost contact.
Come left to 093. Helm aye.
Possibly should have got my towed array in. I'm not
Con
going to.
sonar, lost contact.
Okay, I can retract it. Good. I'm not going to lose it. I'm not going fast enough. But
Con
yeah.
sonar, regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing 359.
Con helm. Steady course.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 10, last bearing 252. Contact faded. Con
They-
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 22.
Come left to 081. Helm aye.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 8.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Con helm. Steady course.
Con
Okay.
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 255. Contact breaking up.
Got one. That's good.
Con,
I've just
dive at 6, 5, 6 feet, dive aye.
I've dropped a Moss towards
Con
the mic.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 13.
And there's a lot going on. So there's going to be something behind me. Fired, I think, from the Sierra 4.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 13, last bearing 313. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 8, last bearing 356. Contact is in the baffles.
Con fire control, unable to fire.
Right. This Moss is already attracting this torpedo's attention, so I didn't really want that necessarily. And that's something I've got to be aware of, is that the Moss will attract everything coming to it.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 309.
I'd like to be in the thick of them.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 13, bearing 308.
And I'm
Con
not.
sonar, regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing 350. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 307.
Well,
Con sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 326.
the
Con,
first
knuckle form.
one got a hold of me, and there's another one about to get a hold of me too. Let's go ahead and
Shoot 2-2.
Moss
Aye,
that.
sir.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 8, last bearing 345. Contact is in the baffles.
So I don't think that I'm going to escape the torpedo
Con, knuckle formed.
with just a Moss, but if I can shake it off.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 13, last bearing 303. Contact is in the baffles.
Looks like I
Con
have.
sonar, regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing 340. Con
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 260. Contact is in the baffles.
Okay, if I get a moment to say something, I'm hoping that this torpedo now is okay. The one to my west has unfortunately
Con, knuckle formed.
decided not to go north. He's turning south instead. So
Con, knuckle formed.
he's about to
Sonar
detect me.
lost contact. Sierra 9, last bearing 308. Contact
It's-
breaking up.
It's going to keep me busy for a while, so let's get another Moss out.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Sonar lost contact.
Con, knuckle formed.
So I can potentially get this torpedo to chase these two Mosses, potentially.
Con, knuckle formed.
I don't really want to...
Make depth 984 feet, dive by.
I don't really want to get my speed down to be ultra quiet, because if it detects me...
Sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 286. Sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing.
Con, knuckle formed.
Got one of the mics. If it does detect me, which it likely will, I'm in big trouble. So let's get my depth. Actually, no, my test depth is indeed 800 feet.
Sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 314.
Nice feature about being able to get another one out here, I think.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Some more on the way.
Sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1-1.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Con, knuckle formed.
Yeah, the nice thing about having so many torpedoes and just being willing to just throw them at the enemy is it doesn't...
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 8.
Con, dive at 800 feet, dive by.
It doesn't matter too much if what's this torpedo doing
Con,
here?
knuckle formed.
What is that? Is that one of mine? That's not good. I guess I just detected it. Oh, that's,
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
that's very bad news. Okay, so that hopefully, yeah, this chaos I'm causing is seems to be doing okay.
Con, knuckle formed.
Unfortunately, this
Sonar
torpedo is about
regained
to detect
contact
me.
on Sierra 1,
Yeah,
3,
there it
bearing
goes.
306.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con,
It's,
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
There it goes. Okay, I gotta shake this thing off and get it towards the enemy. Okay. It's coming around.
Con, knuckle formed.
It's nice and maneuverable, is the Barbel-class. Right, so I have a second. We've taken out 4, I think. Yep, a Mike, which is good news, a Zulu, which, okay, a November and a Victor. My primary targets are the SSBNs.
Con, knuckle formed.
And I don't like the fact that this thing is right behind me.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 800 feet.
Really don't like that. That is not exactly oh.
Con, knuckle formed.
I really needed to track something else,
Con, knuckle formed.
but it
Con,
is...
torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Well, it's coming around. I may have to drop a noisemaker. Yep. Let's see.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 700 feet.
Ooh, that's really close. Oh no. Oh dang. Oh wait. Wait. Maybe. Quick, reverse the turn. Follow that thing.
Con, knuckle formed.
Whoa, where's this guy come from? He's coming at high speed. What the heck? Okay. This
Passing
thing's gonna
600 feet.
hit me up as well.
Con, knuckle formed.
We have any more mosses
Sonar
though?
regained contact on Sierra 9, bearing
Just
3,
one left.
1. 3.
Heck's this guy? Okay, he's probably equivalent depth to
Con,
me.
torpedo room.
Passing 500 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
Let's get my depth down again.
Make
This
depth
is
800 feet. Dive I.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing.
I don't like this anymore.
3.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, get my depth down and see if we can duck underneath this. Good grief, there's a lot going on here.
Con,
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1-4.
This is a bit uncomfortable. Why do I sound so calm? Yeah, it's because there's not much I can do about it right now.
Knuckle formed.
Okay, depth is going down. Whoa. And my sonar is not great
Con, knuckle formed.
at hearing these things until they're pretty much right on top of me. But there's a lot going on, so it kind of makes sense.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, I think, yeah, this torpedo's tracking the moss,
Con,
but
knuckle formed.
unfortunately, my buddy to my nose is not.
Con, dive at 80. Con, knuckle formed.
Maybe I can sneak under the moss. Yeah, that's not my worst idea, and I've had a few. Getting close was probably one of those ideas.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 2-4-1.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Oh no, something got me. Huh. Okay. Well, attempt number 1. I could let the thing pan out, but let's go ahead and abandon ship. And yeah, it's been an honor serving with me. Okay. So what did I get? I got 1, 2, 3. I only got 4. I can do better than that. I am pretty sure I can do better than that. So let's go ahead and check everything's the same. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the same again. So 4. Could do better than 4. Come on, David. I think this time I'm going to keep... no, I'm actually going to reduce my number of mosses by probably 3. It's difficult because I need the mosses sometimes, but they're not always that useful. So let's just compromise. Let's go with... We'll have 3. And we'll have 15 in reserve, but I'm going to swap that out. Right, there we go. Okay, let's go for it.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
So, there's another layer.
Make depth 30 feet. Dive I.
We'll get up to the surface. We'll just check there's nothing around us. This should be friendly territory. And I don't see anything right now, which is interesting and maybe slightly worrying. Okay, let's go ahead and accelerate time. In fact, no, even better. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I'll be back when there's something interesting going on. So, just a jiffy. Okay, that didn't quite pan out as I hoped, as I didn't detect anything for quite a while, so I ended up,
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 180, designated Sierra 7.
It's almost like I anticipated the crew were about to tell me something. I ended up restarting the scenario. It's no fun when you don't detect them after just a little bit of time. I got a bad feeling about this, though.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 190, designated Sierra 8. Con, sonar, Sierra 7 is classified as submerged submarine.
So again, they're coming right at me. And that's not the end of the world, but I don't detect many primary targets. I think I've just...
Con, sonar, Sierra 8 is classified as submerged submarine.
That's my second one. So I'm going to let this pan out. Quick check of the depth. of where all these bad guys are. There's no thermal layer in this scenario.
Con, helm, steady course.
They're all pretty much less steep than I am. So let's go up to 400 feet. Like so.
Meet
Okay.
depth 400 feet. Dive I.
And let's just see what happens. I really wanted to be in the thick of them, but hey, if I can't be in the thick of them, then where I am right now is not bad, I suppose.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 186. Designated Sierra 9.
Okay, so oh, didn't mean to accelerate time. Looks like they're traveling away from me, but they may be about to change course and come right back at me. This November's most definitely heading east.
Con sonar, Sierra 9 is classified as submerged submarine.
So the reason why I put the scenario where it is because the SOSUS network would have detected these submarines and probably would have alerted the Brits, or not have alerted them. And of course here the story is, yeah, we didn't want to bother you with this. You've got your hands full, the Royal Navy. Plus we know you guys don't really have the most effective anti-submarine.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 152. Contact faded.
Force, and we happen to have a boat in the area, so we figured we would just take pot shots, and you're very welcome because they're very brave to do what they did. Right, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording again because you know the drill. We don't want this video to be 9 hours long. I'll be back when a bit more interesting
Con
developments.
sonar, new contact bearing 159. Designated Sierra 10.
How happened?
Con sonar, new contact bearing 165. Designated Sierra 11.
As right now, we're just watching me detect contacts. And that's not very interesting. Right, I will be back. Not quite perfect, but very interesting the fact that they are heading away from me. I think I'm going to strike from this distance. Part of me was like, I don't know whether I really want to strike at this distance. I'm what, 5,000 yards away from the Victor 2, but against that, it's quite handy to have some separation.
Come right to 223. Helm
It's
I.
actually very handy to have some separation. We can try this multiple ways. We can either throw torpedoes right amongst them and then try and survive, which doesn't always work. At a distance, the difficulties I face are a little different because this boat's not particularly quick, but if they don't know exactly where I am. Now their standoff weapons are particularly nasty, as those air-launched torpedoes. So I'd like to get right behind them, and it's possible that could still happen. So yeah, we'll let this pan out a little bit. I think it's tempting just to sort of see if I can get behind them, but they're already going to be a distance away. How far away is Sierra 3? Good. Did you catch something there? I said how long? That's because in America, or at least in Texas, distance is measured in time units. It's very bizarre. Oh, he's about 20 minutes away. Yeah, he's 9 miles. This is going to be a long mission if I don't do something interesting, but I do think I can sneak in behind them. Let's go ahead and just... I turned a little bit away to let my Todare get a bit more of a contact, a signal on them. Because like this Victor 1 not got a strong signal. The Juliet Sierra 8. Well, I managed to get that one. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, got a pretty decent return on her. There's a lot going on. There's an Oscar in there, and Oscars are bad news. That's the modern. Oh, is it a Todare? That's bad news. They're a modern boat. So it's a current at the time of this this video. That's a current generation boat, so I think I'm going to just strike from range here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so we're going to get one. Really want to be like 3,000 yards away, and then have the wire go.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-0, bearing 163.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
I mean,
Con, fire control, unable to fire.
there is a chance that they're not going to detect. There's a pretty small chance. Let's get this one a little further away, actually. That they're not going to detect
Con,
the launch.
fire control, we've lost the wire.
But I'm pretty much
Come right to 247 Helm I.
sure that they will.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
I thought I had 2 wires, but maybe I've only got 1. I guess we're going to put you about maybe here.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Right, so I've got a bunch of torpedoes being reloaded. Let's see if we can identify Sierra 10. And I am heading southwest. So they're still going to detect me, absolutely. And they're still going to detect the incoming weapons. I think Sierra 10 might be... Sierra.
Con sonar Sierra 1-0 is classified as submerged submarine.
Let's call it a Sierra. I'm going to make these torpedoes live pretty quick. If I can tackle this Oscar, that'd be very good. And that's
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
That's what this torpedo may end up doing. But I think he might take more than 1 hit. Okay, I think I'm going to let this torpedo basically track south. And then I'm going to turn him back towards. So, any response from the enemy yet?
Con, helm, steady course.
Not yet. They probably can't hear the approaching doom. A bunch of Mark 48s. Let's make this one live. And then I'm going to basically...
Con sonar launch
there we go.
transient from Sierra 1-3.
That's the Oscar. Okay. That's fair enough. I kind of figured that would happen. He's at the surface. Okay. This Juliet is also at the surface. Interesting. Why are they running so shallow? I need to get my speed up because look, this guy is these are tracking me. Do I got to flank? Yes, I think I
Make
do.
turns for 18 knots. Maneuvering
Right. So I'm gonna make this thing ping
Con
like
sonar
crazy.
launch transient from
It's
Sierra
gonna get
1-3.
everyone's attention. There we go. Look at
Con
that.
sonar Sierra 1-4 is cavitating. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 148.
Right. Well, that was worth it.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 6 bearing 121.
Gonna fire some
Con
more.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-2 last bearing 116. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra. Con sonar launch transient from.
Thanks, Oscar.
Shoot 2.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2 last bearing 1. Con sonar launch transient from. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1 last.
Passing 500 feet. Make depth 800 feet. Dive I.
So what happened there? The Oscar detected the launch and is firing an airborne dropped torpedo in
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
my direction, and it may have just
Con
landed.
sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
All right.
Bearing 117.
Okay, that's interesting. There it
Con
is.
sonar lost. Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 122.
Slightly disturbing that they've
Knuckle formed.
seen the moss and decided they want a piece of me instead, but not unsurprising.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 bearing 114.
Okay, now drop a
Con
noise
sonar
maker.
lost.
Con, knuckle
This thing
formed.
is right on me. Go, go, go. Okay.
Con
That's-
sonar regained contact on Sierra 9 bearing 136.
That's more torpedoes coming my way.
Dive at 800 feet. Dive I.
So I'm going to ride this moss all the way in, if I can.
Con
With-
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-4 bearing.
Con, knuckle formed.
With these torpedoes,
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-1 last bearing 1-2-3 contact faded.
Make depth 400 feet. Dive I.
right. What I want to do is I want to ride this moss all the way in, and
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 1-3-2.
the reason for doing that
Con
is
sonar torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 096.
it's going to be my decoy,
Con, knuckle formed.
much as I can make it.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 118.
Whoa, that thing got incredibly close.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 135.
Con, knuckle formed.
This thing does not have good coverage behind me. Gus has got big baffles. Things you can say about submarines, but not about your friends. Okay. So I'm getting my depth up to
Con,
400
torpedo room, tube 2
feet
ready.
because I want to follow this moss all the way in. The downside there is I'm going to get detected by the other.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 133.
These torpedoes are going to basically come around and bite me, but I'm more or less okay with that. I say
Con
more or
sonar
less.
lost.
Con, dive at 400 feet. Dive I.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1-5.
Yeah.
Sonar launch transient from Sierra 1-5.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
So the reason we're doing this
Con,
is
fire control.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 1.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm dragging a whole bunch of torpedoes towards the Russians. And don't they know it? And that's all my moss is used, or at least attempted to be reloaded. So what we might end up doing is killing some of the Russians using their own torpedoes,
Con, knuckle formed.
which I like the sound of very much, because I'm going to run out of torpedoes if I don't.
Con, torpedo room, tube.
Con sonar Sierra 1-4 is classified as submerged submarine.
Now the
Con,
risk here,
knuckle formed.
as you can
Con
see,
sonar torpedo in the
is
water.
that a
Torpedo
bunch of
in the water,
torpedoes
bearing
are currently
1-1-3.
chasing me.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 156.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's turn towards them. I really want to get this. Ooh, I don't like the look of this. That's very bad news. Butt flaps. I got 2, and I failed miserably. All right, third time's the charm. I'm gonna go ahead and just hit it because whatever happens, whatever happens. Let's go ahead and just remove some mosses because we don't need no mosses. They don't do me any good anyway.
Con sonar lost contact. Last bearing.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, last bearing 305. So you're somewhere over here. I'm actually in the right direction. We do have a very strong duct and layer, so anything above that layer I might not detect. Let's go ahead and head to the surface. Excuse me. What we're going to do here is just check above the layer. But I suspect everyone's going to be further south, deeper. I know what I mean.
Passing 200 feet.
Right, I guess you know the drill, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and we'll get up to periscope depth. I'm not going to bother popping up the periscope, I don't think I need to.
Make depth 30 feet. Dive I.
And let's hope I get some contact soon. So, I'll be back. Well, this is interesting. I've only picked up 2 contacts so far, and they were pretty much 305, and they're both SS... Well, one's an SSG, and one's an SSGN. So those are my primary targets.
Come left to 287. Helm I.
They seem to be very close. Where is everybody else? That's what I don't...
Passing 600 feet.
Yeah, where's everyone else? Because if these are as close as I suspect, I don't think they're 14,000 yards away now. Maybe they're... I suppose they could be. Either way, I'm only detecting 2, and I think they're coming right at me. And if they're coming right at me, I don't hear the screw sounds, I don't hear the propeller sounds behind them. That noise is washed behind them. This is shaping up to be... it could be very interesting if they are coming right at me. Alright, well, I'll be back. I don't know if this is irony or fate, but we've only detected 5 boats right now. This Juliet is making a whole bunch of noise. She is 5,000 yards away, or 4,000 yards away, actually. Okay. So, that tells me... Well, one, it tells me that this scale's wrong, because look, 4,000 yards is supposed to be here, but by the way, yeah, these boys are heading right at me. And depth-wise... Oh, okay, this Victor 3 is... She's pretty deep, but... They're all more or less the same depth, so...
Con sonar, new contact bearing 309. Designated Sierra 6.
I may get my wish of being right in the thick of this pack. This squadron, and that I don't think is really a bad thing, maybe. But yeah, I think that's an Akula.
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as submerged submarine.
I think I want to basically turn to get my towed array. Logically, I want to turn away, but I'm bit right in the thick of it. So let's go ahead and do this.
Come left to 230. Helm I.
So cooler is running pretty deep.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 312. Designated Sierra 7.
Yeah, so you see, as soon as we kind of put our flank to them, the towed array starts working much more efficiently. I'm hearing a lot more. That doesn't help me. Looks like it's a November class. See, the November is kind of noisy. And,
Con sonar, Sierra 7 is classified as submerged submarine. Con sonar, new contact bearing 260. Designated Sierra 8.
Well, no, let's face it, they're all kind of noisy because they're doing close to 20 knots, or at least that's the preferred cruising speed. So, and they're not really heading in the right direction.
Con sonar, Sierra 8 is classified as submerged submarine.
Beginning to regret not having a Moss launch. I'm going to have to fire all aim in 6 torpedoes and then get tube number 1 wants to be a Moss as soon as I can. I'm going to just be really aggressive with the sonar here. I'm going to go ahead and just make them all active sonar. Normally I wouldn't do that. Normally I would reserve just 1 or 2.
Helm, steady course.
But this is going to create utter panic for the enemy, and that's what I want. They're going to end up firing at all sorts, and maybe, yeah, they're going to detect the launch. I mean, what's this Echo 2's distance from me? Under 3,000 yards. I am very close. I am far too close.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 305. Designated Sierra 9.
This really isn't what you want, and I think I'm just going to drive right through the formation, which is probably not going to survive.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 304. Designated Sierra 10.
Contact the enemy is... I'm going to end up not being able to do that. They are heading right at my location. Not at me, they don't know that I'm there yet.
Con sonar, Sierra 10 is classified as submerged submarine.
Yeah, this is not what you do in submarine warfare. You do not get so close that you can read the signature of the people that build them. That's really not what you want to do. 1,400 feet. Okay, I mean that's yeah, that's most interesting, and I don't know whether that's yeah, this is a lot going on. Well, I think this is shaping up to be right in the middle of this formation, and that's great news on the one hand because I'm going to score some kills.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 319, designated Sierra 1-1.
But on the other hand, it puts me in a lot of risk. I know that that's what I wanted, but I might have just been saying that. I hate to lose a boat the third time. Yay, that's a mic.
Con, sonar, Sierra 1-1 is classified as submerged submarine.
I think I want to head out here.
Come right to 350. Helm I.
So I'm planning a sweep kind of facing me. Right now facing me, so that one's deep. That's my depth. That is deep. That's deep. Yeah, I'm gonna run a few deep. They're all at least deeper than I am. Close to. Okay. Okay. I mean, this is fine. This is okay. I want to get to 800 feet. Does it make my life a little easier? Maybe. Let's go ahead and do it.
Depth 800 feet, dive I.
My voice is getting a little creaky because of the stress of this. I'm having to be quiet as well. Alright, well, let this thing keep playing out. You see, if I fire on the Juliet and it fires back, it's got a chance of picking up any one of its colleagues. And there's a lot of them, and only one of me. Okay, this is about to kick off. Let's let it play out for a little bit. But again, this Mike's doing his own thing. I don't think he's lost. He's heading in a different direction. It looks like. There's Papa. That's a brand new boat, as I recall. No, set 65s. Okay. Titanium hull. So very fast. That's its okay. That's his strength. 45 knots. So. I mean, it's not going to outrun my torpedoes, but it is pretty quick. All right, well, let's continue letting this thing pan out. What depth is it? Kind of similar to me. That my okay, that is my towed array. And he's running deeper, I think.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 30.
Con, dive at 800 feet, dive I.
Con, sonar, Sierra.
Con, helm, steady course.
Another mic. How interesting. Okay, I think, I wonder if I don't want to make them all active. That might, because then they'll all get detected.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 301, designated Sierra 1-3.
Well, it's not the end of the world, but I only really need one to get detected to attract their undivided attention. I don't need all of them to get detected. And I can sneak up on them. But yeah, I'm going to have to bump up to flank speed and then...
Con, sonar, Sierra 1-3 is classified as submerged submarine.
Right, that's got 13, so I'm going to go ahead and hunt these guys. I got a bad feeling about firing at this papa because it's right next to me, but they all are. So, yeah, this is about to get very savage. Alright, hold on to your hats. Let's go for it.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Not hearing me yet.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
What's up with that?
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire. Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Con sonar, launch transient from
There we go.
Sierra 1, 2. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 9.
Okay, all heck's
Con
broken loose
sonar
now.
lost contact. Sierra 2.
Come right to 0, 2, 3. Helm aye.
Con
Right.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 8. Last
There we
bearing
go.
2, 0, 6. Contact is in the baffles.
I'm keeping my
Con
Todari out.
sonar regained contact.
Con, helm, steady course.
Con sonar lost
See,
contact.
did we get the
Sierra
mic?
2. Last
Nope.
bearing 1, 8, 7. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar. Sierra 9. Is con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1, 2.
Alright, we got one, and that was the Papa. That's very good. The Sierra 14, that's a
Cloned
new
con
one.
sonar. Sierra 1, 2 is cavitating.
No idea what that is right now. And it looks like...
Con
my-
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 0. Last bearing 2, 3, 0. Contact is in the baffles.
So this working because this torpedo is either tracking 7 or 13. I'm not
Con
entirely
sonar.
sure.
Noisemaker bearing 2, 6, 3.
Oof, the sneaky one that stuck in next to me. Let's go ahead and turn away.
Come right to 1, 5, 2. Helm
Bet
aye.
you Sierra 14's a mic. This is going the different direction.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 0. Bearing 2, 2, 2. Con sonar. Torpedo in the water.
Okay.
Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2, 9.
That was bound to
0.
happen. That's alright.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 2. Bearing 2, 2, 3. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 9. Bearing.
Con, knuckle formed.
Don't know.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 7. Last bearing 2, 6, 1. Contact is in the baffles.
Con, knuckle formed.
Alright.
Con
Slip is about to
sonar lost
detect me again,
contact.
I think.
Sierra 1, 0. Last bearing 2, 2, 5.
I don't think it
Contact is in the
did.
baffles.
Okay.
Con sonar regained contact.
Con, knuckle formed.
That's very interesting. There it goes.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 2. Bearing 2, 0, 6.
So
Con
was it...
sonar noisemaker bearing 2, 6, 3.
The hope is it's going to keep tracking our various other
Con
targets that
sonar
are...
regained contact on Sierra 1, 3. Bearing 2, 8, 5.
that are not me.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 4. Bearing 3, 3, 0.
Is
Con
this?
sonar noisemaker bearing 1, 9, 4.
Come right to 3, 4, 0. Helm aye.
C2 sonar noises there. Getting
Con
distracted.
sonar launch transient from Sierra 1,
See
4.
what this thing is. And it's not going to work. Okay, never mind. I'd love to tackle it, but I don't think I can right now. There's a lot going on south of me, but See, look at this. All these torpedoes are just chasing everyone else, not chasing me, and that's just perfect. Because we've only taken one out, two out.
Sonar, noisemaker, bearing 286.
Now, if this guy throws off this torpedo, which he may, it may have a go at me.
Noisemaker, bearing 257.
Or it might keep going and tackle Sarah 13. Okay, that's bad news. Let's try and turn away from this guy. Now he's about to detect me, I think. Yep.
Con
suspect.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 3. Con sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water,
Towed out,
bearing
eh?
318.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay. What the heck's that? 318 is somewhere over here. I don't think it's that.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar, Sierra 1-4 is classified as submerged submarine.
Oh, it's an Akula. Okay, so my crew identified it before I did. It's still tracking me. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Left that too late. Left that very, very, very late.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
I don't even detect it on sonar. That's very bad.
Shoot 2-1.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 177. Con sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 201.
Ooh, no. Not good. Okay, it missed. Thank goodness.
Con, fire control.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1-2. Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1
Good grief,
3.
there's a lot going on around me. Is that... Okay, that's good, good, good.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, and that's hunting a moss. That's perfect.
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Plenty of targets around it to engage, but not me.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 243. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 8.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay. What I really need
Con,
is for
torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
this November to
Con,
suck up
knuckle
these
formed.
torpedoes and take them away from me. What's not happening is that,
Con
although
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 246.
this thing's still going. That's not good. And then if this torpedo misses the November, there's an Akula that may be within its sensor range.
Contact. Sierra 1-3, last bearing 304. Contact faded.
I'm going to reduce my depth to maybe
Con
6.
sonar,
Oh,
torpedo in the water,
no.
torpedo in the water, bearing 281.
Con, knuckle formed.
That's bad news. He's right ahead of me. I think he's...
Con sonar
Nope.
regained contact
Don't know.
on Sierra 1-3, bearing 308.
I
Con
don't-
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-4, last bearing 035. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 111.
Okay, that's this guy to my
Con sonar regained contact on.
Con,
to
knuckle
my
formed.
east. That's fine. Nobody panic.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 7, last bearing 045.
Got another
Contact
one.
breaking up.
Okay, I would like it if this
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
torpedo would bother somebody else. Alright, but we'll see. Because I'm running out of targets close to me, and I gotta get
Con
hit.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-4, bearing 043.
Cheeky little Victor 3 up here.
Con, knuckle formed.
I'm gonna keep
Con
knuckling.
sonar, noisemaker, bearing 237.
Right. Go for the Victor.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Con, knuckle formed.
Go for the Victor, don't go for me. and it's not going to work, just asking it nicely, it's most definitely going to go for me, because I'm right here.
Con, knuckle formed.
Maybe a depth change is going to help. Things for sure. Could do with getting one of these out.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, fire control, we've lost.
Con, knuckle formed.
This thing is awfully close behind me. I don't like this.
Con, knuckle formed.
And unless I shake it off and it goes for something else, I'm in big trouble.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-3 bearing 3-0-5.
Remember, all we got to do is just keep it away
torpedo room, tube 1
from
ready.
me long enough.
Con, knuckle formed.
How is this Todari staying put? Okay, just keep knuckling it away, and eventually it'll find something else, or it'll run out of fuel. But I've just found a Mark 48
Con, knuckle formed.
to my northeast, so I'll be very mindful of
Con
that.
sonar noisemaker bearing 2-3.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, let's turn my
Con
tail
sonar
towards it.
regained contact on Sierra
knuckle.
6 bearing 1.
Con, knuckle formed.
So, okay, and he is still going for me. Come on, come on. Turn away, thank you, thank you, thank you. Turn away.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-2 bearing 1-4-9.
Hard port.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-4 last bearing 0-4-8. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-4 bearing 0-4-8.
Con, knuckle
On a
formed.
starboard, give you a knuckle.
Con sonar new contact bearing 1-8-4. Designated Sierra 1-5.
Ooh, there's Sierra 15, where is it?
Con,
To my
knuckle
south.
formed.
Okay.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
I think he's a little close. I may have to drop a noisemaker any
Con
second.
sonar lost contact. Sierra
Yep,
1-4 last bearing 0-4-2.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 800 feet.
Quick, sudden change of depth. And let's,
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-4 last bearing.
Passing 700 feet.
Con sonar Sierra.
Passing 600 feet. Con, knuckle formed.
can't stay
Con
within its
sonar
circle.
Lost contact. Sierra 1-2
But
last
it's
bearing
gonna-
1-3-9. Contact faded.
It's going to circle around behind me again. That's okay. Noisemaker disturbed it.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 2-7-6.
And it
Con
was-
sonar noisemaker bearing 1-8-3.
Right now I've shaken it off, which is nice, but I think it's going to be
Con
back.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-3 last bearing 2-8-2. Contact breaking up.
Con, knuckle formed.
There it is. Okay. I got that, Victor 3, Sierra 13. It's nice to see. A lot of activity to the south, but there's a lot of contacts that I don't have
Con, torpedo room, tube 5 ready.
a bead on right now. And more being fired at me. Okay, let's go ahead and
Con, knuckle formed.
knuckle it again. Wrong way. Do not want to go to 1,000 feet.
600 feet. Dive high.
I think I'm going to go ahead and just fire my last
Shoot
pulse.
2-1.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-2 bearing 1-2-3. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 1, 2, 2. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar lost contact.
Con, dive at 600 feet, dive I.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 4, bearing 0, 4, 1.
I'd really have liked this pursuing torpedo to have chosen a target further south, but they're
Con
all,
sonar regained contact on Sierra 6, bearing 1, 8, 9. Con sonar.
Con, knuckle formed.
they're all too far away from me, so that's not going to happen right now. Instead, it's going to hunt me again.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 5, bearing 1, 7, 9.
It's going to turn right back at me. Dang it.
Con, knuckle formed.
It's disappointing, but
Make depth 800 feet, dive I.
see if we can attract its attention with that noisemaker and track it
Con
south.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, 4, bearing 0, 5, 0.
Oh, there's another one coming at me from the
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 1, 8, 8.
well, it's actually going for the moss, but I'm not that far behind it.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Con sonar lost contact.
Yep.
Sierra Con sonar torpedo in the water.
It's
Torpedo in
detected
the
me.
water. Bearing
Great.
1, 3, 1.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh boy, there's a third one as well, right almost directly to my south. Let's get to 600 feet.
600 feet, dive I.
Oh, this one to my south may not detect me. Maybe. Okay. Well, managed to escape that.
Con
But,
sonar noisemaker bearing 1, 9, 1.
pretty sure it's going to. Oh, it's gone for the
Con,
moss.
knuckle formed.
Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1, 5.
Why is it not detecting me? When I'm right there.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con
hey, I'm-
sonar lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 1, 9, 1. Contact breaking up.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Where is this guy? Okay. So let's make you... I think I want you to go
Con,
live,
dive at 600 feet, dive I.
but maybe not.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's get your depth down. Go for this mic. He's asking for trouble. Okay, come on. You can do it. Go on, get him. Go on, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Come on. Come on, little Mark 48.
Con, knuckle formed.
Come on. Come on, get him. Track him. And you're not. Why are you not tracking him?
Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
Okay, what blew up? Was it a
Con
torpedo?
sonar launch transient from Sierra 1, 5.
Alright, let's get you 2,000 yards away.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 5. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1, 2.
Okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 4. Last
Guess we
bearing 0,
threatened the
5,
mic,
0.
which is
Contact is in the
nice.
baffles.
Very much so, but he can go very deep. So... Alright, let's try and throw this thing off me.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing 0, 6, 5.
So there's at least one target down here, and I'd like this,
Con, fire control. We've
this
lost the
torpedo
wire.
here to track something to my south. But I can't force it.
Con, knuckle formed.
I can just keep throwing it off. Which is challenging because
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
it's persistent.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 059. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, 2, last bearing 0.
Make depth 400 feet, dive I.
I don't want to get too close to Sierra 15 because I have a bad feeling that it's already launched at me.
Con, knuckle formed.
That might be the torpedo that's tracking me right now.
Con, knuckle formed.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 048.
I think we've done well to survive so far. So I don't know how many torpedoes I've avoided, but more than 2.
Con, knuckle formed.
That's a little uncomfortable.
Con, dive at 450 feet, dive
Okay,
I.
that'll do
Con,
right.
torpedo room 2.
Con, knuckle formed.
Oh, no, 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 no. Dang it. Well, that sucks. My fault, but that sucks. Okay, well, okay. I mean, you know what? We gave it a pretty good shot, and let's see how well we did. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 and 6 escaped, so we got 2/3. Now, primary targets. So a lot of them escaped. These 3 Echoes escaped. Papa we got. The Charlie we got. So we didn't succeed in our primary mission. We didn't get half of those cruise missile boats, but I think we gave it a good effort, and I'm not unhappy with how well I did. Given the difficult circumstances, we did okay. But hopefully you enjoyed this mission. It was very difficult to keep up with everything that was going on because there was an awful lot. The Barbel is an amusing submarine to play around with. It has some neat little tricks up its sleeve. This is not the best situation for it. A skipjack might have been better. Those extra 10, 11 knots speed could make a difference. But all things said and done, to take out 9 for 1, that's not bad. And there's still some active torpedoes out there, so I may have got another 1 or 2 if I just let it pan out. But hope that you enjoyed it, and if you have, you know what to do, and I'll see you for the next one. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.